قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. That the human being will not utter a single word without having an observer, a persistent, ready observer to record his actions and his deeds. And definitely Allah subhanahu is speaking about the angels on the left and the right, sitting there and recording everything that person is doing. Now, definitely what you want to understand is that the angel on the right is the master, right? He's the boss. So when a good deed gets done, he write it right there in the records. When a sin gets done, the master angel will tell the other angels, "Hey, hold on, don't write it down yet. Just keep it ready, and let's see if that person does a good deed. If you follow a bad deed with a good deed, that good deed will erase the bad deed, and it will not be written in your record." So just make sure that you understand that, just about the whole issue of the angels writing down your deeds. And then Allah subhanahu continues now into the time of death and says, وَجَاءَتْ سَكْرَةُ الْمَوْتِ بِالْحَقِّ ذَلِكَ مَا كُنْتَ مِنْهُ تَحِيدُ. And the time of death and those moments of where you're really experiencing death, seeing the angel of death, seeing the now you start seeing things that you didn't see, seeing the unseen. Experiencing those moments when you're dying are very, very tough. So this type of sakra, we call sakrat al-maut, those the moments of death, when they come, you'll experience them really in reality when you see the truth at that moment. But then that's it. The minute basically you experience death and you feel it, there's no more coming back. That's what you were trying to escape from. You're trying to, because you were at least mentally, you were always basically getting busy in the dunya. How many of us basically remember death on a daily basis? How many? How many of us basically make it a habit to remember that they're going to die and they're going to be in the grave and they're going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We always try to shun that idea from our minds because, that's why Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, remember that which basically kind of ruins the desires. It ruins the parties, ruins the desires, it ruins the happiness about this dunya, which is death. So Rasul remember death. You don't want to be shocked when death comes in. Just be a person who live with the fact that we will die. This dunya is not created for us to continue here forever. This is a limited experience, and then we're going to go to the unlimited experience. We're going to go to live forever, inshallah, in Jannat al-Na'im. وَنُفِخَ فِي الصُّورِ ذَلِكَ يَوْمُ الْوَعِيدِ. And then the horn is blown. See, the minute you die, his time is going to be very shortened. You will, some people experience more torture or more whatever it is in the grave, but between death and then they blow the horn, it's just for most people it will be as if it's a second, and that's why when you ask people and after they get resurrected, how long did you stay in planet Earth? Say maybe a couple of days, not much. Subhanallah. May Allah subhanahu forgive us. So after death, the horn will be blown by Israfil alayhi salam. ذَلِكَ يَوْمُ الْوَعِيدِ. That's the day of promise. That's a promised day. People are going to be resurrected into the day of judgment. They're going to be standing there, and you're going to experience it in reality. You're going to experience standing there in the day of judgment. So don't look back and cry. You know what's going to happen. You know you're going to be standing there. So don't be too guilty. Don't feel guilty that day. Feel guilty now. It's better for you to feel guilty today. Feel guilty that you're not remembering death on a daily basis. Feel guilty that you're not taking this day of judgment on a serious note. وَجَاءَتْ كُلُّ نَفْسٍ مَعَهَا سَائِقٌ وَشَهِيدٌ. Every single soul will be escorted with two people, or two beings. A sa'iq is the one who's basically kind of escorting you, an escort. There's an angel whose job is to escort you to two places in the day of judgment. وَشَهِيد, and another angel who's going to witness. It's going to witness upon you and every single thing you've done. And probably basically it's going to be the angel that recorded your bad deeds. Some of the Mufassirin have said basically it's your body parts. Your hand's going to speak, your leg's going to speak, your tongue is going to speak against you, Yawm al-Qiyamah, and witness against you. You're not going to be able to control them. They're just going to say the truth. They can say, well, I did this with my hand, with this hand, on this day, on this year, in the dunya, and it's gonna say everything you've done. So that's another explanation what the shaheed is. But again, there's two beings: the escort angel and the probably another angel that is witnessing upon your bad deeds and what you've done. لقد كنت في غفلة من هذا فكشفنا عنك غطاءك فبصرك اليوم حديد. Says لقد كنت في غفلة من هذا. You used to be in a state of forgetfulness about this matter of the day of judgment. You didn't think about it. You were totally zoned out from this reality that you're going to die. Everybody knows we're going to die. Nobody prepares for death. SubhanAllah. Most of humanity are so indulged into their desires. Everybody knows we're going to die, but nobody prepares for death. Nobody. SubhanAllah. May Allah forgive us. May Allah forgive us. لَقَدْ كُنْتَ فِي غَفْلَةٍ, as if you were sleeping. You were sleeping from the reality that you're going to die, from the reality of the day of judgment. فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ. We removed this veil off of your eyes, and when you wake up on the day of judgment, you're going to be seeing it. You're going to see it. Now there's no veil. You put your own veil, unfortunately, in the dunya, but Allah will take out any veil that you have. You're going to see it. You're going to be standing there, and you say, oh my God, I'm in the day of judgment. فَبَصَرُكَ الْيَوْمَ حَدِيدٌ. Then your eyesight today is sharp and crisp. It's 2020. It's 2020. The Arabs used to say basaruka hadid, meaning basically that your eyesight is 2020. You're going to see clearly. There's not going to be ambiguity. There's no confusion. You're going to be in the day of judgment. You're going to be standing there. Brothers and sisters, let's change this. Let's make a promise and change ourselves in this specific day of Ramadan. Let's not leave this tafsir today without being changed. Let's promise ourselves to change, because the day of judgment could be a second away. We never know when we're going to die. We never know. Could be basically right after this lesson. May Allah forgive you. May Allah forgive me. May Allah forgive all the ummah of Islam, and make them more cognizant of the day of judgment, of death, because we're going to die. وقال قرينه هذا ما لدي عتيد ألقيا في جهنم كل كفار عنيد. وقال قرينه, one of the companions. Al-Qarin is a companion. The companion now is in reference to the escort angel. He's going to drive that person toward basically, say, I don't know, the judicial arena, whatever it is. It's going to be on the platform for being judged, and the escort is going to is going to introduce this person. This is what I have here ready in front of you, Malik al-Mulk, O King of all kings. Is ready to receive justice, to receive accountability. SubhanAllah. And then he says, basically, وقال قرينه هذا ما لدي عتيد, and also is gonna the witnessing companion is gonna come and say, well, this is what I have against this person. It's kind of like in any court system, you're going to have the person, the representative of the plaintiff, making the accusations against the defendant. The defendant is you on that day. You're going to be standing there in the box as a defendant. You're going to be, and the angel is going to come in And one angel is going to say, this is what I have, this is the person basically to be judged, and the other qareen, the other angel is going to say, well, this is what I have. So all my reports, all my documentation, all my records on this person's bad deeds are ready. All my records are ready for this person to be judged, for this person to be accounted. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, responds after saying all the bad deeds of the person, says, ألقيا في جهنم كل كفار عنيد مناع للخير معتد مريب الذي جعل مع الله إلها آخر فألقياه في العذاب الشديد. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says basically Al-Qiyah, He's speaking to both angels, the escort and the witnessing angel. Is like, take that person and throw him, take that Al-Qiyah fi Jahannam, throw in Jahannam, throw in hellfire every single disbelieving stubborn soul. Remember I told you, I spoke about stubbornness last time. Don't be stubborn. Stubbornness in the Quran is always tied to kufr. Because nobody should be stubborn. What would you be stubborn for? Except if you have ego, if you're arrogant, if you don't want the truth. And that's why you're deserving going to Jahannam. You're going to go to hellfire. A person who is intellectual, a person who is not stubborn, will change their positions as the evidences show. Today, I believe, this is the best course of action. Tomorrow, I change my mind because I have different evidence or a stronger evidence that I see. So stubbornness is a trait of a kafir, of a disbelieving soul. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the first command He makes is like, throw in Jahannam every single disbelieving stubborn soul. Every single disbelieving stubborn soul, throw it in Jahannam. And then what? Manna' lil khayr. Every soul that hates goodness, that hates righteousness, that stops and prevents doing good. Mu'tadin, oppressive, transgressing upon others. Murib, of a person of a bad character and very abnormal, obnoxious. Because that's what a person is. Who would be a person who would just stop people from doing good? Who would be a person that would be stubborn on their position? Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It's just accepted as a very bad person. Murib. This is a strange and weird, kind of like in a bad way, kind of. الذي جعل مع الله إلها آخر, the one who basically makes with Allah another being that he worships, another being that he submits to, another being that he listens and obeys to. See, as Muslims, Tawheed is what? Tawheed is basically saying that Allah, the Rabb of the world, must be the only Ilah of the world. This is what Tawheed is all about. Because Ilah, the word Ilah means that which you submit to in your lifestyle. So anybody who lives a lifestyle, if you call yourself a feminist, well, you're following another God. If you're calling yourself a secular liberal, well, you're following another God. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not the only God for you. There's others. There's the philosophers of Europe. There's Thomas Jefferson. There's John Locke. There's Adam Smith. There's Voltaire. There's Jean-Jacques Rousseau. There's Karl Marx, if you're a socialist or a social Marxist. And the list goes on. If you let others other than Allah set your life standard, well, you're taking these people as ilah, as gods. Not necessarily you're claiming these people created the universe. That's Allah alone. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the universe. But see, that's not the issue. The issue is not believing that God is a creator of the universe. That's a simple fact of life. Everybody knows that there must be a God that created the universe. The question Islam poses, what is your relationship with this God? What is your relationship with Allah, the creator? Our position as Muslims is that Allah, the creator, is the only one that we should submit to in living life and the lifestyle that we undertake in this dunya. Who says our lifestyle? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nobody tells us how to dress, how to speak, how to make a business, how to get married, and how to everything in life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sets that for us. الذي جعل مع الله إلها فألقياه في العذاب الشديد. You throw him in the worst of punishment, this harshest punishment in hellfire. قال قرينه ربنا ما أطغيته ولكن كان في ضلال بعيد. Now another qareen, another companion. Which companion? Well, another companion speaks and says, "Oh Allah, I did not misguide him, but he's the one who used to be in clear misguidance, a very great misguidance. Who's speaking? Speaking the shaitan, that's your companion in life. There's always, every single person has a qareen, has a companion of the shayateen, of the jinn, that does waswasa and tells you, do this, don't do that, don't pray now, let's just relax, let's chill. Interest is fine, until you buy a house. All this kind of, waswasa, this waswasa of shaitan is from this qareen, from this companion. So it seems basically when the angels came and showed all the bad deeds, it seems that the soul, the human soul, objected. It's like, hold on, I have an objection. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, told him, speak up. What's the objection? He says, well, I didn't do these deeds because of me. I did these deeds because of shaitan, this right guy right there, over there. He always did waswasa, always basically told me to do bad things. And that's why I fell for them. I didn't do it because I wanted to do it. I did it because the waswasa was always, on and moving. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the, it seems Shaitan wanted to comment. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him, here you go, defend yourself. You were accused of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he over here, that's where his companion says, رَبَّنَا مَا أَطْغَيْتُهُ. Oh my Lord, I did not make him an oppressor. ولكن كان في, like, he's the one who basically was oppressing himself by listening to the bad stuff. I only recommended things. I didn't tell him to do it. I didn't force him to do it. The shaitan is saying, I'm clean. Well, I don't do that bad stuff. I just told him to do it. He did it on his own right. He had a mind. He had ears. He had a brain to think, and he chose to do what's wrong. I have nothing to do with it. So this is how the shaitan is going to come try to get out of this situation. Now listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says as a reply for both of them. قال لا تختصموا لدي وقد قدمت إليكم بالوعيد ما يبدل القول لدي وما أنا بظلام للعبيد. So over here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not start now fighting. Don't bicker in front of me here. Stop it right there. You're in the court of the divine. Stop basically bickering right here, right there. And it says basically, I've already basically warned you and you. I've warned the Muslim person, the human person, who is a defendant in this case, and I've warned the jinn also from being a shaitan, from being that person that does waswasa to others so they can fail in this test. And both of you guys are going to hellfire because each one of you basically have broken your promise. So stop being very, don't be so bickering right now, okay? And Allah continues, He says, ما يبدل القول لدي وما أنا بظلام للعبيد. This is my word, my decision will never basically change because it's perfect from the beginning. When I make a conclusion, that conclusion is conclusive. There's no more time to change our opinion. Allah made already the best plan ever, the best ever plan. The best ever plan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the best ever plan. ما يبدل القول لدي وما أنا بظلام للعبيد is next. So my judgment will never change. I made a promise that the disbelievers will go to hell, the shayateen will go to hell, those Muslims who are hypocrites will go to hell. وما أنا بظلام للعبيد. I will never basically be unjust to any of my servants. If you deserve to be punished, I cannot basically do except that because that's what's justice. And if you had a good deed, then basically, oh, well, it is unjust for me to punish you just because because somebody wants to. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will always judge people fairly. Every single person will be fairly, fair trial. يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد. On the day of judgment, where we as a hierarchy, we call on to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it says, like, I'm going to call on to Jahannam. We've stuffed so many people in you. Are you looking for more? And then when she replies, Jahannam replies, says, yeah, definitely need more. Is there any more? Give me more. I can burn so many people. I can destroy them. وَأُزْلِفَتِ الْجَنَّةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ غَيْرَ بَعِيدٍ. And for the believers, the Jannah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gets brought to be close so they can see it up close. It gets too close, it becomes close, not so they can see it and say, okay, this is inshallah where I'm going to be going. هذا ما توعدون لكل أواب حفيظ. And the angels will announce, this is what you are promised. This is what you were promised by your Lord. This is what Allah promised you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised for every single awab and hafid. Awab is a person who comes back. Every time you make a sin, you come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hafid, a person who have taken their covenant seriously and they protected the covenant that they gave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. من خشي الرحمن بالغيب وجاء بقلب منيب. The one who basically have feared the Rahman, the Lord of the universe. Whoever feared the Lord of the universe, وجاء بقلب منيب, and it came with a heart that basically is always it comes back to Allah, a heart that basically always asks for forgiveness after mistakes, a heart that basically realizes that if you made a mistake, it's better to basically do istighfar, unlike Iblis, basically, and get the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ادخلوها بسلام ذلك يوم الخلود. So the angels on the gate of Jannah says basically, please come in with peace, say Assalamu alaikum, come in with peace, oh believers. This is the day of eternity. You're gonna continue for eternity. You're not gonna die anymore. Come into Jannah and enjoy until eternity. There's no stop for enjoyment afterwards. لهم ما يشاءون فيها وَلَدَيْنَا مَزِيدٌ. They will get anything that they love, anything that comes to your mind. What do you want? Anything that you want will be there. You want chicken, you want burgers, you want biryani, you want to play, you want to chill, you want to travel, you want to sleep. Anything and everything basically is in Jannah. Every single thing. There's nothing that comes to your mind except it's there. There's nothing that's on your mind except that it's going to be there. Allah make us from Ahl Jannah, inshaAllah. Ameen. So I'm going to stop here, inshallah. We're going to finish this in a different day. And so please, stay tuned with us and continue to come and bring your families and friends. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect both of us from Jahannam and make us from those who, inshallah, attain the highest levels of Jannah. Ameen. Wa sallallahu ala rasul kareem. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.